Webheads, the summer season has arrived, so see what's in store for Comic Book Corner 2.0 this summer. Hey, all my webheads out there, welcome back to Comic Book Corner 2.0, and fans, I am your host, Mike Spider Slayer, usually always helping you make decisions of what comic books to buy, but today, guys, I'm going to give you a little bit of an update video on what's happening with Comic Book Corner 2.0. That's alright, guys, this is the summer season, and the summer season is a beast, and after I go on, talk about what's going on with the channel, then I want to take a poll of which series you guys like the most on my channel and some ideas that I'm looking for my channel in the future. So I would love that feedback. So it's kind of two things in one here with this video. So let's talk about the summer season for me. So for me, a lot of you already know this. I teach tennis for a living. That's my full-time job. It's my other passion. I love it. And this time of year, I'm very, very busy during these next 10 weeks. I usually teach a tennis summer camp, and it's very hectic. I work all morning. I take a couple hours off, and then I got to teach my evening classes, and I get done usually at 8 o'clock at night. So what does that mean for you? Well, for you, it means right now, less YouTube videos from me. However, I just wanted to do this update video just to let you guys know that I'm not going anywhere. It's just a temporary thing. This happens every single year, and I usually just keep the core videos intact. For instance, like top 10 comic book covers of the week, my top 10 most anticipated comic books of the week, and then my comic book haul video, which I would never miss that because you guys love that series so much. All the other series, it will be sporadic. It will be here and there when I have time to put them up, whether it rains during the day or I just feel ambitious enough to do it, and things like that. So that's what you can expect from me. Again, I just didn't want you guys thinking that I'm falling off the edge of the cliff or I've given up or whatever the case may be. This just happens every year. All right. So with that little bit of an update, right, I'm going to go over all the series that I do real quick. Okay. Just so you know the entire Comic Book Corner 2.0 schedule. So you know what to expect once the fall happens again, which is the second week of August. And then I want to know in the comments below which video series that you enjoy the most. And if there's any ideas that you have, I want you to put that in the comments section below as well, okay? So something I can, do in the future, because I'm always looking for new ideas, and sometimes a lot of it's experimental, right? So let's talk about the first one. Every Monday, I do top 10 comic book covers of the week. This is the video series where I provide you 10 comic book covers that I think are my favorite top 10, and you, the viewer, get to vote on your favorite comic book cover of the week. And it's a contest that lasts literally all year. And of course, you, the viewers, have the final say in which comic book cover wins the coveted title of comic book cover of the year. It's a great series. I've been doing it multiple years. It slowly gains its popularity as time goes on. And I love doing it. Just seeing all the cool covers just blows my mind at sometimes. So that's what you have on Mondays. Now on Tuesdays, I have my top 10 most anticipated comic books for next week, right? We always talk about the current week's comic books getting ready to come out, but I like to do a video 1 week ahead of time before New Comic Book Day to give you an idea of my top 10 most anticipated comics coming out. This usually helps you guys make decisions on what comic books to buy, helps me make decisions on what comic books to buy. You get to see some of the variant covers, highly anticipated books. So that's what I do on Tuesdays. On Wednesdays, I always do my comic book haul, right? That's obvious, right? I go to the comic book shop, I pick up my comic books, and I always share with you which comic books I pick up and whatever books are in that mysterious black bag, right? Some of my hauls have been epic as of recently, and I'm glad you guys really enjoy that series. That is the original series that I have been doing since I started YouTube, and a lot of you guys don't know this, but I've been doing YouTube for like almost 10 years now. I haven't had this entire channel for 10 years, but I've been doing YouTube for 10 years. It's just taken me a long time to kind of figure it out and what works, what doesn't work, and things like that. So I have the comic book haul original series. That's why I'm on episode 478, right? Next, I have What's It Worth? This is a brand new series that I've been experimenting on. So I was doing a video series called Throwback Thursdays, where I was going back to like old school comic books and retelling those stories. For some reason, people just don't like that video. Like, they don't like reliving old stories. I like doing it, but they just don't like it. So what I did is I decided to combine the two. The story and what the comic book's value is, and on top of it, some key issues after that first appearance. So that's why I decided to change it to What's It's Worth. So not only that you're learning about the first key appearance of a character and the origin story or whatnot, but you're learning about other keys. We always talk about the biggest books like on the market right now when it comes to like giant size X-Men, first appearance of Hulk, first appearance of Amazing Spider-Man. But I most recently did a video about Emma Frost. No one really talks about Emma Frost, but you know, if you want something a little bit more affordable, you know, let's talk about maybe a little bit lower key issues and check those out. Like, I'm thinking about doing one on Silver Surfer or the Skrulls or something that's relevant to what's going on in Marvel or DC at the moment. So check out What's It's Worth. I have a couple videos up on that. The next one I have is After the Poll. That takes place on Fridays. That's usually where I take 5 or 6 comics that I've read and I do a full spoiler on those comic books and we talk about the story. And I love hearing the feedback on the viewers on what, you know, their favorite book was or that particular story. And those 5 or 6 books that I pick are usually my, say, 5 or 6 from my most anticipated list, and we see if those books live up to the hype. So that's a really fun series to do as well. And then on Saturdays, it's kind of a rotation thing. I do my DC solicits, Marvel solicits, and then I do usually like a topic video or maybe a news piece or something like that when there's no solicits around, right? And then on Sundays, I do a newer series that I just most recently did that's called Buy Those Comics. That gives you a full rundown of every single comic, or mostly the comics that are coming out for that next comic book week. So that's pretty much the entire lineup, and that's what will happen when the fall comes around. And I'm just curious to see, again, in the comments below, which one is your favorite out of all these series. And again, if you have any video ideas, just let me know in the comments below. I'm very curious. What would you like to see from me to make my channel better? I'm always looking for the improvement there. And that's about it, guys. That's kind of what I'm giving you here today. I'm just being honest, you know, telling you how it is, what to expect for the next 10 weeks. Just don't disband me. Don't walk away from me. I'll be back full force again in August. So again, leave me all those comments below. I just want to give a big shout out to all of you guys out there that take the time to comment on my channel, the donations to the channel, being a Facebook group page member, being a member on the YouTube channel to donate to the channel. You guys are awesome. This channel doesn't work without you, and it keeps me going. And like I said, as long as I'm going at this, I'm going to always help you make decisions of what comic books to buy. And until next time, guys, this is Mike Spider Slayer signing off. Check out more of these videos right here, and I'll see you in that next video.